After spending the past 9 years in Minnesota, here he is for three. Bottoms. Over to Anunoby, won't take the corner three, instead drives, passes inside to Towns, who nearly turns it over, gets it back inside, and the hammer.
Love that pass by Malcolm.
14 team assists for Indiana. They found themselves in a deficit to close this first half. Towns wide open. Bottoms.
Oops. Guilty, but not so. Here's Brunson to the lane for Towns. Well, if the Knicks were looking to build chemistry, this has been a very interesting chemistry lesson.
One for one instead of zip for zip. Towns back up over his head to Brunson on a drive, gets a deuce.
To Bridges, look like they've been playing together for a long time. This exceeded that.
Well, I like the rookie's confidence. Shoot that shot. Continue to build your confidence.
Towns.
And you watch here, quick little ball fake, puts it on the floor, and there's kind of a wave at him going by and back to the basket. So
a 12-point fourth quarter for Towns. Trey rejected by Towns. Count the basket. That's a goaltend.
And you watch it from this angle. Trey did a good job trying to lob this high, but he got the ball right at the top of it.
Becoming a factor for the Knicks. Brunson back. Towns puts it on the floor, drives past Lopez, and the slam. So Lopez has to come up and contest. He goes around him. Their stat guy's a Fordham guy, Doug Mittler. Oh, yeah? They got to throw Fordham some love. Towns down the lane. Watch out. Karl-Anthony Towns, another slam. He looks like he's 6'1", off the bounce.
Brunson. Makes his way in. Towns gets all the way to the basket and draws the foul and got it.
And Towns able to keep it alive for Payne, who sets up Anunoby. And look at Towns active, and Anunoby with a two-handed jam.
Well, that's just New York.
Early window in the NBA.
Well, great hustle by Towns, and then an excellent pass by Towns to a cutting Anunoby who finishes.
Bridges on 1 foot, in and out. Towns with a strong rebound. Towns in traffic, just pulling his way out. Passes to Hart, what a find! And he finishes it with a three. Look at this pass. Oh, out of nowhere.
In those days, you could be a great player like he was, and not have the kind of money that today's have. As Towns throws it down, nice setup. And there's Karl-Anthony Towns coming alive. He's got 12 points. Because the Cats. Cataract. Previously to Sumu with the three. Now Phillips. Karl-Anthony Towns to the rack. Look at Towns slicing and dicing him. Cartier has been a lethal shooter from the perimeter, especially behind the arc. There he is now. He's open. Art passed him up. Towns, quick spin move, and throws it down. Karl-Anthony Towns. And then watch the penetration and devastation. So in 10 minutes, which was very unpool-like. Now trying to adopt to being a point guard. Towns on the catch and the flush. It's about the agility. Then the hostility.
On these screens here, the guard either has to get over the top and trail the play, or the big has to step up. Just these are
a couple of off the dribble threes in Phoenix on Wednesday. Gets inside here. Shot altered. Rebound. Towns. That's a three-point play. Tipped it in and got fouled by Kessler.
Defense plays off of 2 feet right there. Cat gets in front of Lowry.
Towns, and Towns drops it in, and a foul.
A bobble by Bridges. Shot clock down to 6. Lively on the switch. Towns on the post up to a cutting Bridges. Well done.
Mentioned with his off-ball cutting especially, but you see the switch comes here. It's a low shot clock. Instead of standing and watching.
To McBride. Oh, errant pass by Deuce. Here comes Antonio Reeves, the rookie. Blocked, swatted out of bounds from Towns.
We've seen some superb shot blocking here on the first. Deuce McBride on the floor for the first time for New York. Anthony Black trying to pick up Brunson. Towns rolls and powers one down.
We talked about picking your poison, little miscommunication. Karl-Anthony Towns here. This is back-to-back finishes here by Catman. That's what you want to get it down to.
Cleared out for Karl-Anthony Towns. Mo Wagner knocks it out of his hands. Towns banging, little turnaround jumper. Saucy.
All the physical play here, right? Mo Wagner doing a good job. There's the bumping. Al says, all right, let me just do my work.
We've only played 21 games.
Long way to go as Towns and Anunoby meet Micic at the rim. Knicks by 5. Brunson knifing to the hoop, and he got fouled.
Here's the Knick defense. Micic has been creating havoc, but not this time.
They always like to answer as soon as possible, but
we've got him tentative now.
Bad pass stolen by Hart. Ahead to Towns. Powers to the paint and one.
Well, the Knicks had 12, and they almost have that again.
No update on this yet, Clyde, but Jalen Brunson not on the Knick bench right now. He's got 24 points in 27 minutes. Towns with the right hand.
He's got a way to go to catch yours truly, though, folks.
New York, last season, 50-32. As OG Anunoby, great cut, beautiful pass by Cat. He's right there, Karl-Anthony Towns, beautiful pass inside OG Anunoby. Their best in a decade in New York. So they're trying to build on that championship aspirations as Bridges lays it up in front. Well, that's the beauty of having Karl. He's crafty. He put it on the deck for a few bounces. OG gets it to Towns, nice to the cutting, Anunoby over top. Hey, Knicks are doing a wonderful job with their back. You're being overplayed. Bang! Excellent recognition. OG over to Towns. He's going to launch the three. 6.3 to go, and a big bucket by Karl-Anthony Towns. They're patient. He wanted that shot.
Let it go. Hart, the spin move and the finish. He's become one of the better finishers in the NBA. But Hunter comes down the other way, blocked by Towns.
Flexing a little bit afterward. Watch this swat. That break opportunity. I wanted him to go dunk it. Nobody stopped ball. Like, be aggressive, young Jalen.
Towns goes to the Congo and with the left hand. Towns was frustrated last time. He thought he got hit. That time he hit the rim.
This foul is a frustration because of what's happening on the other end, but this dunk.
3 fouls on the opposition. You're trying to get everything in the paint right now. Those are free points.
Towns with the authoritative finish.
Karl-Anthony Towns taking the pass, getting downhill, coming through with bad
His Christmas debut. Lob it into Towns. Wemby there with the help. Oh, what a fake! Karl-Anthony Towns had Wembanyama turning his head and able to hit the floater.
Anthony Towns, during his time at the Knicks, it has nothing to do with his ability to score the basketball. He's doing that very well.
Animated altcast available right now on ESPN2. Towns insisting his way to the cup. Needs it in Towns. 5 to shoot. Towns. You bet!
Victor Wembanyama hasn't made many mistakes throughout this game.
Cutting the Wizards lead to 5. Chance of defense from the Knicks fans. Towns with the rejection.
You want some defense? There's your defense right there. Karl-Anthony Towns.
Towns from 3. And the Knicks have pulled to within 2.
Is he a guard? Is he a big man? He's called Cat. But right here, he just dogged him. Knocks down the 3.
Under 4.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Washington had an early 7-point lead. Out again! Disturbing the peace.
Did he point at somebody?
Well, right here, Sar allowing middle penetration, and he gets yammed on.
All of the players 6'4" and under have 9 combined.
He has just done a little bit of everything. Towns drives and finishes with authority.
At your liberty on the big men of the Jazz and missed this time. There was no missing. The strong flush, as we saw in the fourth quarter and watched in Monday night too, where he just put on a dunking expedition. This one, special.
Has lost 13 of 14. For the season, only Washington, Charlotte, and New Orleans have fewer wins. Toronto turns it over again. Towns a trailer 3. He got it.
At the arc this time straight on. Previously made the 2 free throws. So he gets them in a flurry.
9 fast break points for the Pistons. Towns and the finish. Goes with a left hand.
Previous got hit in the midsection, but this time bouncing and announcing, rising and surprising with the left.
Brunson back in, turnaround, off the mark. Towns tries to gather. It's good and one. And Towns showing off his gymnastic skills.
Where you see it, right? You see that you can get to that level. I remember having this conversation. Count it in the foul, off balance shot. Having the conversation with Kevin and Mikhail that it's so important to have that next gear as you enter.
Deuce McBride pulls it out against Tatum. Towns got downhill. Timeout Boston.
We've been looking for someone to join Jalen Brunson in the party. And here he is, Karl-Anthony Towns doing it himself. Taking off, throw it down.
Cam Payne is in. Towns for 2 and 1.
He has such a quick trigger, can shoot the ball efficiently from 3, but he's been driving so.
Karl-Anthony Towns has been dominant. 21 points, 17 minutes. Oh! Major rack attack for Cat.
This time Bryant on that right hand. Cat not denied the help side a little late. Showing some lift on that finish.
And Halliburton turns it over. It's a 4-on-1 developing. Hart layup goes. Everything is clicking for the Knicks. +1.
Court finding Josh Hart. Okay, he didn't really look over, but
what happened to LeVert? LeVert was scoring. They took him out of the game.
Towns knocks down a 3. The Hawks call timeout. Here's Shamit back out. Towns another long 3, and then he shrugs his shoulders as he looks at the crowd.
You can do no wrong. You can do no wrong. Bridges ill-advised foul, and the Hawks showing fire without Young.
Daniels blocked by Achua.
Look out.
Hart picks up the dribble. Towns again from 3, nails it. Our Volvo Protect the Paint brought to you by Volvo Cars.
Towns left hand gets the roll. Bucket and one for Karl-Anthony Towns.
So Bridges able to come up with it. Knicks win the tip. Hart drives in hard. Back up top. Towns fakes. Goes right past the rookie inside and throws it down. And Bridges will hold back. Kamara quickly went down. Towns pulls up 3-pointer. It's good! Karl-Anthony Towns with a huge 3. And he'll bring it back out. Bridges fakes. Cross court. Towns a 3. Bang! Karl-Anthony Towns back-to-back 3s. And the Knicks go up by 6. Some of the early matchups. Draymond Green on Towns. Towns fakes. Now drives. Goes inside. And the first bucket for the Knicks from Karl-Anthony Towns. McBride drives in. Buddy Hield's also come on for the Warriors. Towns step back, jump shot. That's good. Karl-Anthony Towns.
So let's watch Karl-Anthony Towns work. Remember, in Minnesota, once they got Rudy Gobert, he spent a lot of minutes at the 4, which means a lot of time doing exactly this.
This is such a big game for the Warriors and their standings in the West. Towns catches, fires, hits a three. Karl-Anthony Towns with 29. He's got their last 11 points.
Figure it out in the minutes he's not on the floor. Who are we?
Here's Hart. Back to Towns, firing away and hitting.
We're driven by the big bodega. That's who we are. Look at the range on that jump.
Low pass, dug up. Rozier can't hit. Achua, great job to direct the rebound away. And Towns finishes on the other end.
So Knicks in transition. Watch where Mr. Towns starts that possession.
Towns wants it. Fires. And hits. Personal run for Karl-Anthony Towns. Doing it inside, doing it outside, getting the crowd alive.
Towns blows past Sarr and throws it down. 18 for Towns. Brian Keefe understands rebuilding, but for him, that's unacceptable when he calls timeout. For a layup, Najee Marshall, excellent start. He's 3 for 3 from the field.
He's made 4 consecutive hoops now, keeping pace with the Knicks.
Towns fakes, Jones falls down, and Towns with the flush.
The cataract.
Clyde, he's now number 11 all-time in scoring. As Towns, beautiful move and the foul. Karl-Anthony Towns having another one of those games. He's got 20 points.
Previously straight.
The Knicks got 9 points from their bench. They've got a 5-point lead.
Simon again with the right smooth
block by Towns.
Yeah.
Hit the head. Here comes Achua. Goes up and lays it in.
Allowing the Knicks to get in transit.
Towns comes out. Allen comes out to guard him. Karl-Anthony Towns spins, falling away. Difficult shot to get to the goal. Towns is 3 for 3.
I can't imagine what that guy's body feels like at the end of a season. Let's watch Karl-Anthony Towns work. That is a...
I keep saying about his game, he could have played in any era.
Yeah, he's a cool operator.
Towns gets inside. Oh, spins it off the glass.
Abusive. Driving, slicing, dicing, all the sun off the glass.
And Brunson, Anunoby. Look at them clam their way into Towns, and he still was able to make it go.
Now look at all the white jerseys. 4 jerseys around Karl-Anthony Towns.
One of the leading candidates for Coach of the Year. Harris fakes. Harris drives, goes in. Blocked from behind by Towns. Rejected out of bounds. 3.7 left short. Hart the rebound, looks to push. Hart goes right at Hardaway. Finds Towns. Towns inside. Banker's good, and the game is tied.
What does that do? You're playing off minutes, which means Josh can get downhill as long as you run with him.
Brunson back in, picks up his dribble. That ball deflected by Harris, but Towns secures it. Towns, nobody there! Big finish on the cat attack!
That last play right here, a little dribble, fake dribble handoff. You have to communicate and switch.
Oh, what a spin move.
Towns! Oh, what a shot! Down he goes. Foul called on the play.
Oh, Shaq is loving this. Not settling for those threes. Putting his head.
Puts it on the floor. Shot clock at 8. Towns. Long 3 from Towns. Oh my! Karl-Anthony Towns gives the Knicks the
to go, and then deep into the shot clock, the bailout 3.
Towns gets a touch. Towns made some incredible shots in the 4th quarter. Towns attacking the rim. Bridges will get it in. 3rd foul on Cade Cunningham. Karl-Anthony Towns, the back end. Towns muscles his way. Good, and a foul. Towns will head to the free throw line.
Towns was determined here. 3-4 dribbles, splits the double team.
We know that he was battling an ankle late in the regular season. We know he battled it in the Detroit series. They swarmed Towns, but he still got it to go inside.
Karl-Anthony Towns, look here. The smaller defender, punish him. Go down to the post, try to get 2 feet in that green area, and just shoot over him.
Tatum just got his first basket of the night. McBride to Bridges. And Towns down low against the 38-year-old Horford. Count it, foul.
Being a little bit too physical. There's the push down low, right in the midsection. Karl-Anthony Towns.
He'll make a move. White will follow. Hart is on top. Towns sheds Tatum.
Oh, nice.
Hands off, spoon feeds Hart.
Hart in that post area. A lot of attention. Look at all the green jerseys come to him. A little up and under pass to Hart.
Bridges trying to be a difference maker for the Knicks. 2 excellent plays. Shot blocked by Towns. Towns wants it down low. He's got White on him. And Holiday lurking. Shot is good, and a foul. How did he do that?
For the Boston Celtics, you got Derek White, who is a brilliant defensive player, but this is a size mismatch. Drew tries to come over. He's got
Bridges and Horford. Towns and Porzingis. Karl-Anthony Towns. Nice shot from outside.
Karl-Anthony Towns here starting to feel it offensively.
Karl-Anthony Towns goes right at Horford. The running shot. Banker is through. What a tough shot from Karl-Anthony Towns with the... Now pulls back. Corner 3. Well short. McBride, the offensive rebound. Towns gets another look. This one goes down. Drives, kicks it out. Brown gets a bounce. Oh, great recovery from Robinson. Brown was ready to shoot it. Ball knocked loose and stolen by Mitchell Robinson.
Come on, Mike. The sprint to the corner, the recovery, so good by Mitchell Robinson.
Towns fakes, Towns drives, Towns finishes. Timeout Celtics, the lead up to 13. Mitchell Robinson with a spectacular defensive effort.
Celtics, you just have to keep playing aggressive basketball.
Towns gets inside, counted, and another foul. Chance for a 3-point play. The Knicks keep pouring it on.
You're right. They've been off 8 days, and the Knicks, Stan, have been off 4 days since they beat Boston.
Yeah, should be in a little bit better rhythm, but you never know.
Oh, Towns 3.
But we know could be a problem. He leads the playoffs in fouls at over 4 a game.
It's a turnover for Indiana. Towns open, another 3. Got it!
Hey, Reg, I want to know.
Offensively, Towns 2 of 2 from deep for the Knicks.
Towns is at a 3, driving here hard into the defense and caught it. Hitting the deck, and Turner could not stop him. Towns, Payne, Karl-Anthony Towns. That's a 3. Timeout, Indiana.
It usually happens when you miss a dunk or a layup. The ball goes the other way in transition.
Bridges collects. Anunoby launches a 3. Towns got it. Oh, look at he's hacked. He goes right into Bryant. He goes inside and got it to go. And a player down.
Bryant is down. He got a shot to the grill from Towns.
It's McBride. Karl-Anthony Towns bumping into Siakam. Here's Anunoby. Towns averting the defense of Turner, takes it in hard.
In fact, it's been the worst 5-man lineup in the league in the playoffs.
Bridges double, Towns cutting, and jackhammers.
What a finish here in this crowd here.
Brunson on the bench with 5 fouls.
Gonna ride the hot hand here of Cat.
Towns 3. Good! What a shot! A 20-point fourth quarter for All-Star Karl-Anthony Towns of the Knicks. 3, 1 short. what they could get from him tonight, but he has performed well and is right on track and Bridges with a lot of traffic. Towns taking the three and a hard charge to the rack.
By Mitchell Robinson. Look, he's face guarding Robinson. Turner, the
defense, and they'll come the other way.
Yeah, those guys on the bench, especially Bridges, needs to watch this and bring that kind of ball pressure when he comes back in.
Karl-Anthony Towns, 11-2 New York run.
Towns, Siakam will defend.
In the fast break, look at this move here by Karl-Anthony Towns.
Wow.
I mean, that is special.
They have no...
Vacuumed in Hart.
All the 50-50 balls here in Game 5.
That's been a difference. You're right. Towns! Skies!
And that's the problem. What a night. Feels the contact.
Towns left free with a three. Rebound Robinson, another offensive rebound. Back to the Towns from Brunson.
And in this first quarter, a lot of time.
He picks up number 1 for the Knicks.
And this is all about body position. Mitchell Robinson again just push.
Towns will operate. Turner is on him. Brunson had it knocked away. And then retrieved by Towns, who goes working his way into the defense of Turner and got it to go.
And it's a tough drive here.
He had to work every inch for it, didn't he?
He did.
Look at this.
Oh, he may have gotten fouled, too, on a couple of times on that drive.